Hello friends, Namaskar. So we are in week number 2 and the first lecture of week number 2 is what is naturopathy. Week number 2 pertains basically to naturopathy therapy. So it is pertinent to give certain details about what is naturopathy in the first lecture itself. Here again I am giving the aim of my organization, that is called NAPCAIM, that is National Association of Palliative Care for Ayush and Integrative Medicine. So basically we want integration of all medical specialties like allopathy and Ayush. Now in Ayush, A stands for Ayurveda, Y stands for Yoga and Naturopathy, U stands for Unani, S stands for Siddha and H stands for homeopathy. So for us also this particular therapy, naturopathy, is very important because that is where we are aiming our integration. Naturopathy, or you can say naturopathic medicine, is an old science medicine used from ancient times in India. The modern version of naturopathy originated in Germany and Europe in the 16th and 17th century, based on a belief that the body encompasses the ability to heal itself through special vital energy. In India, we call that vital energy prana. In today's lecture, we will talk about naturopathy in part 1, and in part 2, we will deal with certain common naturopathic modalities. Naturopathy. Naturopathy is a system of healthcare that emphasizes disease prevention. Disease prevention. This is the main aim. Before we fall sick, how do we remain healthy? That is the job of naturopathy. There are certain naturopathic therapies which, if we make use of it, falling sick, it will be a rare event. You see, one cannot say that he or she will not fall sick. It can happen. But then these therapies can definitely give such immunity to the body that sickness will become a rarity. That emphasizes disease prevention, recognizes the body's innate healing capacity and has great potential to attain optimal health. The practice of naturopathy comprises many therapies, including massage, acupuncture, exercise, nature cures, proper hygiene and nutritional counseling. Development of naturopathy. Naturopathy is an art and science of healthy living and drug-less system of healing based on well-founded philosophy. It has its own concept of health and disease and also principle of treatment. Naturopathy is a very old science. We can find a number of references in our Ved and other ancient texts. The morbid matter theory, concept of vital force and other concepts upon which naturopathy is based are already available in old texts. The revival of naturopathy started in India by translation of Germany's Louis Cohen's book New Science of Healing. Sri D. Venkat Chelapati Sharma translated this book in Telugu language in 1894, almost more than 100 years back. Sri Sroti Kishan Swarupa Bijnor translated this book into Hindi and Urdu languages in 1904. All this gave a wide propagation to this system of naturopathy. The term naturopathy originates from natura, that is Latin root for birth, and pathos, the Greek root for suffering, to suggest natural healing. Naturopaths claim the ancient Greek father of medicine, that is Hippocrates, as the first advocate of naturopathic medicine before the term existed. Naturopathy has its roots in the 19th century natural cure movement of Europe. In Scotland, Thomas Allinson started advocating his hygienic medicine in the 1880s, promoting a natural diet and exercise with avoidance of tobacco and overwork. Mahatma Gandhi and naturopathy. Mahatma Gandhi was influenced by the book Return to Nature, written by Adolf Just, The Paradise Regained, and New Science of Healing, and became a firm believer of naturopathy. He not only wrote several articles in favor of naturopathy in his newspaper Harijan, but did it several experiments on himself too, on his family members and members of his ashram. It may be noted here that Gandhiji used to stay at the Nature Cure Clinic of Dr. Dinshaw Mehta, situated in Pune during 1934 to 1944. In his memory, the government of India established National Institute of Naturopathy in 1986 at that place. Gandhiji included naturopathy in his constructive programs. Due to influence of Gandhiji, several national leaders joined the minority health movement. The names of ex-Prime Minister Sri Morarji Desai, ex-Governor of Gujarat Sri Sriman Narayanji, ex-President Sri V.V. Giri, Acharya Vinoba Bhave, and Sri Balkova Bhave need special mention in this regard. This is the Sevagram Ashram located in Wardha. That is where Mahatma Gandhi went after Dandi March, after 1930. And here in this ashram, he asked Mr. Parchure Shastri, he was a leprosy patient, to stay there in one of the huts, and he himself used to look after him as per the laws of naturopathy. 7th National Naturopathy Day. Every year on November 18th, India observes National Naturopathy Day, dedicated to advocating positive mental and physical health through drug-free therapy. Initiated in 2018 by the Ministry of Ayush, this annual event commemorates Mahatma Gandhi's pivotal role in endorsing Nature Cure back in 1945. Mahatma Gandhi became a life member of the Nature Cure Foundation Trust, and that is how that National Naturopathy Day, 18th November, is being observed every year. How does naturopathy work? A naturopathic practitioner or doctor examines one by questioning the medical history, lifestyle, habits, and stress levels, documents symptoms of the patient, and make the diagnosis, recommendation, and prescription using holistic and non-toxic approaches. The naturopathic doctor focuses on treating the root cause of illness, emphasizing disease prevention, enlisting the body's self-healing abilities, working on the nutrition and wellness of interviewed patients. Naturopathic physicians also perform laboratory tests in combination with the patient's diagnosis to determine the most effective treatment. Instead of prescribing heavy doses of a drug, the naturopathic practitioner uses naturally occurring remedies that can be easily found in foods, herbs, and vitamin supplements. The doctor emphasizes the use of natural healing agents, but also exercise complementary and alternative therapies regimens like homeopathy, mindfulness training, biofeedback, and Ayurvedic or Chinese medicine to heal and reduce pain. Techniques of naturopathy modalities. Naturopathy is a highly individualized treatment that is often successful at treating chronic conditions, even when conventional medicine and practices fail to respond. One of the main principles of neuropathic medicine is to promote and maintain the body's long-term optimal health. Neuropathic physicians develop a suitable treatment plan involving nutritional supplements, diet therapy, and recommend exercising a combination of multiple therapies such as acupuncture, massage, physical manipulations, and much more, following the naturopathic principles to gain optimum benefits. What are the benefits of naturopathic modalities. Disease prevention. Prevention is the biggest benefit of naturopathy. Disease prevention helps boost the immune system. Treatment of digestive disorders, allergies, skin conditions like eczema and psoriasis. Overcome insomnia and other sleep disorders. Help connects one with their inner self and recognize the body's innate healing capacity. Focuses on a combination of emotional, physical and spiritual wellness. Prevention from future health problems. Stimulates positive thinking. Part 2, we will see common naturopathic modalities. These are the modalities we are likely to study in this course of ours, that is certificate in integrative palliative care. We will study about air therapy. In Hindi, we call it Vayu Chikitsa. Diet therapy, we call it Ahar Chikitsa. Fasting therapy, Akash Chikitsa. Heliotherapy, Surya Chikitsa. Hydrotherapy, Jal Chikitsa. Magnet therapy, Chumbak Chikitsa. Massage therapy, Massage therapy. Mud therapy, Prithvi Chikitsa. Acupressure therapy, Marm Chikitsa. And acupuncture therapy, Sira Vedana. This is the air therapy, Vayu Chikitsa. It doesn't cost anything to you. You don't have to go to the doctor also. Just go out in the morning, 6:30, roam around, take fresh air, and that is called air therapy. Heliotherapy, Surya Chikitsa. Don't shy away from sun rays. It has got beneficial ultraviolet rays. It will give you free vitamin D instead of spending money on pharma vitamin D. Hydrotherapy, Jal Chikitsa, very important, keeps your body flexible. You will never have constipation if you drink few glasses of water every day. Mud therapy, Prithvi therapy, because mud comes from the soil. You can do it at home also. Fasting therapy, everybody requires this. We generally eat, we want to eat, and we basically eat not that we are hungry. Stomach does not demand. It is our mind thinks that I want to eat this, I want to eat this, I want to eat this. Even after having a full breakfast or full lunch, if you see something interesting, some sweet, you will go and rush for it. That is where that control, that balance needs to come on eating habits. And fasting therapy helps you in calculating that sense of discipline over eating. Massage therapy is very common. In India, particularly whenever a child is born, at least for 2-3 years, the mummy keeps on massaging. Magnet therapy, use of magnets. Diet therapy, it is connected with fasting. Opposite of fasting is diet therapy. But in diet therapy, we are not asking to eat everything, whatever has been laid out on the table. We request you to eat natural food, and that is what is here in front of you. Acupressure therapy, I'll just take a minute, there is a principle of meridians. There are meridians running from north to east, just like what we have a blood circulation system. Blood circulation system is scientific, it has been proved, but meridians we haven't proved. Number of meridians are there. Basically, primary 12 meridians are there, then there are divergent, meridians. So many meridians are there, and on these meridians, certain points are there which are called acupoints. These acupoints are connected with organs of our body. So, if you give a pressure on that acupoint either with a finger like this, if you want to give little more pressure, then you can make use of thumb also on that point. You can make use of a tool also. This is also basically it is for applying pressure. You can make use of a small pointer. That is called acupressure therapy. Then comes acupuncture therapy, Siravedana. Here again we are making use of acupoints, but instead of the pressure given by hands or fingers or thumb, we make use of needles, very fine sharp needles. These needles are basically inserted into acupoints. You must be thinking these needles will be very painful. No, these needles are very sharp needles. So, just like putting pressure on those acupoints, you make use of these acupuncture needles into those points, and the needle sticks like this. Of course, you get a tingling effect, but there is no pain at all. You don't feel any pain. You have to understand this. So, it is making use of sterilized, very fine, sharp needles. You have to keep it for 20 to 30, 40 minutes, depends how much pain is there. Then you take them out and throw it away. Once it is used, it cannot be used on anybody else. So, these are the modalities of naturotherapy we are like to see, we are like to discuss in our course. So, it is very important that you keep going ahead, don't stop at week number 2. Now, you must be thinking, how do we apply? What are the methodology? What are the treatment forms? Like in allopathy, yes, there are number of treatment forms. They give you tablets. If somebody cannot gulp the tablets, then the injection can be given. There are so many methodology by means of which the medication can be done on a patient. So, here in naturopathy, what are the modalities? What are the treatment forms? The naturopathy doctors and practitioners work on various modalities to help patients attain good health. Naturopathic medicine is effective in treating most health problems, both acute and chronic, using various forms of treatments like clinical nutrition, counseling, stress management, botanical medicine, physical medicine, homeopathy, etc. First, this is one of the forms how naturopathy is being administered to the patient. It is the practice of using natural foods to maintain proper health, disease prevention and treat illness. Doctors conduct clinical assessments and accordingly recommend the dietary plan as per the symptoms. So, naturopathy can be given by conducting clinical nutrition on the patient. Counseling and stress management. Naturopaths also conduct counseling, biofeedback, meditation therapies and other mind-body techniques to work on mental attitudes and emotional state of the patients that can affect health. Botanical medicine. This form of treatment is also referred to as herbal medicines. Many plant substances are powerful and safe to be used as medicine. Tulsi, lemon, etc. are some of the most popular botanicals. In fact, if you go to the kitchen of any Indian household, you will find number of masalas, condiments. All these condiments are basically herbal medicine, be it turmeric, be it chili, be it garlic, all these things, lemon. So, these are the herbal medicine, and a correct use of all these condiments really give you some effect like botanical medicine. Physical medicine, physical. I mean, so at that time you have to make use of your body. So, here it comes hydrotherapy. In hydrotherapy, not only drinking of water, but making use of water. If you go for swimming, exercise, naturopathic manipulation of the muscles, bones and spines, therapeutic ultrasound, acupuncture are some of the forms of treatment included under physical medicine. Alternative medicine. What is alternative medicine? When conventional medicine doesn't make any headway, even the patient is not getting better, then what the patient does, stops the use of conventional medicine, and that is nothing but allopathy, and then looks for something, some alternative. And here he has got alternative as homeopathy mostly. All over the world, homeopathy is being used as alternative medicine. In India, we have got Ayurveda also. But it is certain that when you make use of alternative medicine, you stop that previous medicine we had been using it for quite some time. Certain health conditions do not respond well to conventional medicine, that is allopathy. To treat illness, in such cases, doctors exercise another form of a medical system known as homeopathy. Homeopathy is an old form of medical treatment that uses highly diluted natural substances to treat sickness. Who can use naturopathic medicines? If one fails to find relief for chronic illnesses using traditional medicines, we recommend naturopathic treatment as a great option. In many cases, one can follow both conventional and naturopathic medicine to treat an ailment. Both, because naturopathic medicine does not have any side effect. So, you can continue taking allopathy, and at the same time you can take this complementary medicine or naturopathy. Naturopathy treatment includes proper medication for allergies, chronic pain, digestive issues, hormonal imbalances, obesity, headaches, respiratory conditions, fertility problems, menopause, cancer, chronic fatigue syndrome, and more health problems. Though make sure your doctors know about your conventional medications and naturopathic treatments if practiced. You must tell the doctor, whoever is treating you, that you are taking naturopathic medicines also. Thank you. Thanks, friends.